Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of Daily December 2018, being filmed in 2019. I fell a little bit behind, and by a little bit, I mean 2 weeks. Yeah, uh, that's awesome, and we'll at least I'm finally getting it done, which is good. I try to reserve the final daily December or the next video after it. Depends on the year. For kind of like a retrospectives, see what I learned and everything. And wow, this this December was by far the hardest one of these I've made since I started doing this. Um, I mentioned in the beginning that I anticipated this being rough because of the withdrawal. I had no idea what I was in for. I was really focused on the physical aspects of withdrawal because I've been through it a couple times. It's not fun. And benzo withdrawal can be life threatening. So that was what I was most afraid of, and for the most part, it wasn't fun. But the tapering process that my psychiatrist put me on did its job. I still had physical symptoms. It still wasn't fun, but I got through it without too much difficulty. The mental side effects were so much worse than I could have ever imagined. Um, my my anxiety is so high that I'm pulling muscles um, in my sleep when I'm awake. I react so violently to things going on, and my hypervigilance is at such a high degree that I'm hurting myself, not intentionally, but like my neck is so sore today because I pulled it in while I was trying to sleep. I never slept for more than maybe 30 to 60 minutes because I would wake up from a panic attack or some noise in my room or from outside. Like anything could take me out of sleep. Uh, and my depression is worse than it's been any other point in my life other than when they when I was committed to a psych ward. So I'm literally I'm just this far above being hospitalized for my own safety. Just not a fun place to be, and it really sucks. I haven't had any uh, Valium Valium in I think it's been a month now, at least month and a week, month and a half, somewhere in there. So it's pretty safe to say all of it is out of my system. But the fun part about benzo withdrawal is some of the symptoms like heightened anxiety and things like that can last for months or even years. Some of them are just permanent. It's a hell of a drug. So yeah, I don't know if, and the other thing is I don't know how much of this crazy anxiety is from withdrawal, how much of it is just from my panic disorder and social anxiety disorder and everything else. Um, and yeah, I just I just don't know. Um, and then the anxiety feeds into the depression, which feeds the anxiety, which feeds the depression. So I just get lost in these spirals of just self hate and disgust. Because I try, like, for the first time in I don't know, maybe a year, maybe 6 months, I don't know. I cooked dinner because food is a really big part of my life. I mean, yeah, I'm fat, but it's more than that. Like, even when I was in good shape, like, cooking was something I loved to do, and I'm so disgusted and ashamed of myself that I couldn't handle it anymore. And so I asked my family, do you get mind if I try cooking? I can't guarantee I'll be able to finish the meal, but I have to do something, or I'm going to try doing something significantly more unhealthy. And yeah, I was able to. I made a pork loin roast and some pasta and some broccoli, and it came out okay. But I made some homemade gravy from the drippings. I wasn't able to cut the roast because first things first, I'm right-handed and can't control it, and I couldn't handle doing anything else at that point. And after I ate my meal, I was done for like a day and a half. The the night before it, I couldn't sleep at all because I was so terrified of of forgetting to make dinner or missing it or just screwing up the dinner. And so I was so terrified I couldn't leave my bed for like 12 hours ish before I got up. I cooked everything. I ate it, and then I was in my bed, unable to leave for another like 16 or 20 hours. And I couldn't sleep or anything. And so for me to cook one relatively basic meal, like I didn't do anything real fancy, to cook one relatively basic meal, I was bedridden for, let's do math, let's say 26 some odd hours, 28, 30, somewhere in there. Um, and that feels horrible. I mean, I'm happy I was able to get the meal out, and other than the pork being a little bit overcooked, turned out great. Everybody loved it. But yeah, I mean, I used to cook 5 nights a week, plus lunches for my father, and I was a full time student, and I was an organizer for a local game store that was an hour away from where I lived. So I mean, used to do all this, and now I literally have to rest for like a day and a half to cook a single meal. Why do I keep dropping frames? I have no idea why I keep dropping frames. Um, I've just literally closed everything else on the computers. Hopefully that will help. Um, no idea where I was. Anyways, so hmm, yeah, that's where I am right now. Um, it's been rough, but I made it through daily December. I'm still running my games though. Even those, like once I hit like the 30, 45 minute point on a lot of my games now, I start freaking out, and I have to end it shortly after that. So, yeah, it's just not fun right now. But I'm here. I'm alive, and hopefully, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I see my doc tomorrow, and or my not my doc my therapist tomorrow, and she's working with me to help me keep moving forward. So yeah, but for those of you that stuck with me this entire time, thank you. It's been rough, but hopefully I'll start getting now that I don't have 31 videos to make. Hopefully I'll be able to do a less videos, but you know, a little bit more regular stuff. Like I'm gonna do another in-depth D&D 5e guide eventually, and I've got some other stuff I want to try as soon as I'm well. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's all for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye bye.